business with an outlaw can have hidden costs.
If you owed her money and you couldn't pay her, you didn't want to pay her, she would kill you. If she owed you money for drugs and she didn't feel like paying you, she'd have you killed.
Anyone that got in her way, anyone that insulted her.
She just didn't care.
I'm thinking if someone accidentally bumped into her on the street, they could be dead too.
Miami, a vacationer's paradise. But in the early 80s, the city is riding a different wave.
Money,
Cocaine,
$50,000. It was all money, money, money.
It's the hub of a billion-dollar drug industry.
They just couldn't spend it fast enough.
And America's murder capital.
The bullets were everywhere.
a crime-ridden city.
The cops were just outgunned.
Paradise lost. We had never experienced shootouts with machine guns in shopping malls and shootouts with machine guns in rush hour traffic, but we did experience that with the Colombian drug wars.
Al Singleton lived through those wars as a cop in Miami's homicide division.
Our homicide rate in 1980 went from approximately 300 a year to 600 a year. So life changed dramatically in the early 80s in Miami.
Across the city, ruthless men battle for control of Miami's cocaine trade. But the meanest, richest, most powerful drug lord of them all is a woman. Griselda Blanco, the godmother of cocaine.
I think Griselda rose to the top of the ultra-violent world of drugs because she was the baddest of the bad, and she was a woman.
Before, there had never been a woman with that much power and that much control in the drug business anywhere.
The secret of Griselda's success is a total disregard for human life. Over 100 people are murdered by her hand or her order.
Hey, DeLong, come here. How did you go? Okay. Don't mess with me. How did you go?
For every killing carried out by her assassins, she demands gruesome proof.
There you did good. Very good.
She had to prove her stature. She had to prove her ruthlessness.
But Griselda does the most personal killings herself.
What are you talking about, Griselda?
She gained the nickname of the Black Widow because she had some of her husbands killed when either they disagreed with her or wouldn't do things she wanted. It was not a wise decision to be married to Griselda Blanco.
Griselda Blanco's violent rise to the top of the drug world begins at the very bottom.
She started in Colombia. She came from a very poor family, had a very rough childhood, was prostituted over there.
¿Entendiste, señorita? ¿Le haces caso?
Raised in a slum, she's treated as a commodity to be bought and sold.
No, no quiero. Váyase, por favor. Váyase, por favor. No, 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 no.
Age 16, She uses forged documents to escape to the United States.
She decided to stop being the victim and become the victimizer, and that worked out well for her. It didn't work out for very many people that met her, though.
Watching Griselda's rise to infamy was Miami cop Nelson Andrew.
Things just fell into place for her, and she became the number one in South Florida and Colombia.
Griselda orders murders as readily as other businesses order stationery. But one killing will shock even hardened cops. It begins when Griselda puts out a contract on one of her own hitmen, Chucho Castro.
Once they determined where Chucho had been living, they surveilled the house. They saw his car leave the garage of his home one day. They decided to follow it.
But the killers don't know that Chucho is not alone.
They did not see the fact that in the front seat of the car next to the driver was his son.
Miami, 1982. A city under siege in the cocaine wars.
Working Friday and Saturday nights was the hot time. It was going sometimes homicide to homicide. And the greater majority of them were drug-related.
Of all the murders, one leaves a terrible mark. Chucho Castro is taking a drive with his son, Johnny. He's unaware he's the target of a contract hit, ordered by the godmother of cocaine, his boss, Griselda Blanco.
The van pulls alongside of them. They slide the door of the van open, and they start machine gunning the car.
Once he escaped, realized his son had been killed. He drove back home. Really didn't know what to do. He couldn't call the police because he was wanted himself. Took the baby back home. Put ice in a bathtub. Put the baby in the bathtub to preserve him. Spent the night crying with this baby.
Meanwhile, the hitman Rivi fears he could pay for the mistake with his own life.
Do not bring me bad news.
It was very close.
No close, no close.
What's the matter with you?
Listen to me.
You stupid!
Look at the little son. It was an accident.
You got the boy.
See?
You got the little chiquito.
See?
This is fantastic.
Even a cold assassin like Rivi is shocked by Griselda's reaction.
Griselda had no feelings whatsoever for the fact that the life of an innocent 2-year-old child was taken because of her order.
You shot the little boy.
I don't understand.
It's just a heartbreaking story. And when you think about what a shame it was that this baby had been killed, and the glee that Griselda took in the fact that they were successful in killing this baby, you know, words can't describe how evil this is.
Criminal profiler Candice DeLong believes the seed for this evil was planted in Griselda's childhood.
Griselda grew up in poverty, her mother turning her out as a prostitute, her mother's boyfriends raping her. I don't think there was anything bad that didn't happen to this woman.
Cruelly abused as a child, Griselda grows up to become the cruelest abuser of them all.
Griselda's upbringing was extremely violent, neglectful, and depraved. That ended up being the very world she became queen of.
But in the mid-1980s, Griselda's empire comes crashing down. Her hitman, Rivi, is arrested and decides to testify against her. It looks like the godmother is headed for death row. But Rivi is deemed an unreliable witness, and the woman linked to dozens of murders takes a plea bargain in return for just 20 years in prison.
There is no one that deserves to be on death row more than Griselda Blanco. The fact that our case fell apart because of witness problems, to this day, enrages me.
Griselda Blanco is released in 2004 and deported to Colombia. Today, her exact whereabouts are unknown.
The fact that she has not been killed in retribution by some of her enemies, I will never understand. But that's apparently the situation, and that's just the way it is. And apparently she's living large in Colombia as we speak.
Griselda's world was kill or be killed. And if you're gonna be a killer, be the best. And she was.
In Nashua, New Hampshire, schoolgirl Nicole Kaczynskis has found love online.
Nicole hadn't had a lot of boyfriends. She was really caught up by the attention of this guy who was saying amazing things to her about how beautiful she was and what she meant to him.
Nicole's just 15. Billy Sullivan is 18. The fact they've never met only adds to the excitement.
They filled in sort of the gaps of everyday communications and relationships with fantasies and making these fantastic assumptions about who the other person was.
For Nicole, making friends in the real world isn't as easy. The straight-A student is an outsider, a target for bullies.
Hey, Nicole, can I see your bracelets? They're really nice.
There was one instance where a kid came up from behind, pulled her sweatpants down, and that day she wasn't wearing any underwear, so she was completely embarrassed to go back to school the next day.
Oh my gosh, she's wearing no underwear. Yeah, you better run, Nicole, to the fat ass of yours.
I think the bullying when Nicole was young contributed to low self-esteem, and I think that all of that made her really ripe pickings for somebody like Sullivan when he came along.
Nicole's best friend
Hey, sweetie.
has always been her mom,
How was your day?
Jean. Nicole's dad left after a divorce, and they rarely spoke.
Her relationship with Jean, her mother, could not have been any better growing up.
Straight A's. Oh, you did that.
They absolutely did everything together. They were inseparable.
Straight A's. Oh.
Nicole adored her mother. It was a very close bond, loving relationship. That is, until Billy Sullivan came into the picture.
Writer M. William Phelps says Billy filled a void in Nicole's young life.
Her not having a father figure in her life, I think, really contributed to her being easily manipulated. It definitely contributed to it.
When Nicole's parents divorced, she suffered some pretty profound feelings of abandonment, in that her father didn't have much to do with her anymore.
What no one knows is that her boyfriend is fighting his own demons.
He did have mental health issues. He had been hospitalized a number of times. During high school, had some behavioral issues, anxiety, that kind of thing.
So Billy's been on a plethora of different psychotic drugs for depression, for anger, for schizophrenia, for all sorts of psychological problems.
Would you like some more water?
Yeah, thanks.
But Billy's stopped taking his medication.
Well, you certainly polished that off quickly.
Yeah, it was nice.
He's unstable, ready to lash out.
I suppose you don't usually have spread like that.
One of the things that really angers Billy is when, Nicole's mom says to Billy, I'm glad I could provide you this dinner. I bet you don't get that much at home.
And what's that supposed to mean?
That was really rude. Enough of this.
This angers Billy.
No. My mom is just as good a cook as you, okay? No. She's better than you. That was crap. That was absolute crap.
He thinks it's a slap against his mother, and Billy's a mama's boy. So, if you put his mother down, he's gonna lash back out at you.
Nicole, where are you going? Away from you.
Billy Sullivan starts driving a wedge between mother and daughter.
Once again, we have a story of a young, impressionable teenage girl with pretty much no experience with men, meeting someone older who manipulates her and turns her against her own family.
She began to hate her mother, and Billy Sullivan put that hate in her. So she begins, everything her mother does is wrong. Billy had planted all of these seeds in her, and they just germinated over a period of time.
Soon, Nicole will make a terrifying choice between her mother and her man.
Billy Sullivan is everything to Nicole. She will do anything for him, including killing her own mother.
Most nights, 18-year-old Billy Sullivan talks to his girlfriend,
Hey, babe, it's me. How you doing?
15-year-old Nicole Kazinskis.
She's 21 months. We can get married.
She's in love for the first time.
I can't wait that long. I want to be with you now.
They met online, got together for a face-to-face, and now they're inseparable.
Nicole, will you get off that phone?
Mom, I'm in the middle of a conversation.
Nicole's mom, Jeannie, is worried this is more than puppy love.
Phone, get into bed. Tonight is a school night.
Nicole's mother really didn't know what she was getting involved with. That just added fuel to this romantic fire that was burning on the internet. Now they had seen each other. Now they need to see each other all the time.
If you don't stop these calls, I'm gonna take that phone out of my room. Go to bed.
Nicole wants to live with Billy in Connecticut and go traveling. She begs her mom.
Jeannie, rightfully so, said, you're 15, you're finishing school, you're not moving to Connecticut. And that really upset both Nicole and Billy.
All they're hearing is no, 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 no. And to Billy, that's poison. Every time he hears no, that wick gets closer to the end of that dynamite, and it's gonna explode.
Their final plan is simple and brutal. Nicole waits nearby in the car.
Nicole called him and asked him what was taking so long.
Hello? Don't worry, it'll be done soon.
Jeannie started getting upset that Nicole wasn't home and kept saying, "Where is she? Tell her to come home."
Nicole, you get your ass back here!
Billy began to become angrier and angrier.
We're in love. What can you just be happy for?
Because she's 15 years old.
And who are you to control her life?
I am her mother, and I know what's best for her.
When Jean turned around, he whacked her across the back.
It looks as if Jeannie tried to get out of the kitchen door. Billy started grabbing kitchen knives and attacking Jeannie with the steak knives from the steak block in the kitchen.
And the knife goes right through a lung, and that's when she says, "I'm done." And she dies.
Jeannie Domenico was well-loved in the community, hard worker, really sort of a bright, energetic, sweet woman. She was trying to make her daughter happy.
Scott. It's done, she's dead.
The young couple have a deal. Nicole has to clean up.
The fact that she could go in to clean up after Billy had killed her mother. She had to have hit her mother with the door. And then she had to have stepped over her body. And clean up for her boyfriend. That she was able to do that was chilling to me.
The most shocking part of this crime for me was that a 15-year-old girl who loved her mother turned into a cold-blooded killer.
Within hours of the murder, Nicole realizes she's made a terrible mistake.
That fantasy of Billy Sullivan and driving off to the sunset together is gone. Reality now is set in. Oh my God, what happened?
The freedom Nicole was willing to kill for lasts only as long as the first police interview.
She didn't hold up very well under questioning by the police, and Billy threw her under the bus pretty quickly. She turned around and did the same to him.
Billy Sullivan is convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life without parole. Nicole Kazinskis pleads guilty to second-degree murder. She's serving 40 years. Her childhood gone.
Cole is a girl who really never understood what she had and never appreciated what she had.
Her life as a promising honor roll student at 15 years old with her mother who loved her very much. She lost her entire life. And for what?